Peace, peace, greetings, greetings, greetings. Block Boy, Alex, what's good with y'all? Cat Boogie, peace. Mr. Hassan Burton, sir, how are you? Mr. Muhammad, peace. Miss Kim Clark, what's good with you? Al Rashid, the God, what's up? DJ King James Hunter, how you feel, man? Mary Haynes, D-Train, where you been, man? You must be in New York taking the D-Train, for real. Ellie Allen. Quan, what's going on with you? Quan, I've been meaning to hit you up all day about this fundraiser thing. So, yeah. Joy GL, salute, man, it was good. Pruitt, Muhammad, give me a call later on, man. We can arrange that Houston thing, man, for real. Like, for real. Yo, I'm coming to Houston as soon as I'm invited, man. You want to do a pop-up, let me know. I'll pop up. Melanin Rich. Nagas, what's good with you, man? Alright, we got the UK, London in the building. Trying to get back to London, man, for real. As y'all can see, I'm trying to cook up another beat. Mr. Purble 78 is Sirius Mindz, S-I-R-I-U-S. Alright. Sharon Green, what's good with you? Alright. Peace to everyone. This is Professor Griff. Of course, y'all already know that. Alright. This is Sirius Mindz, Sirius Mindz. Alright. On a Monday. Man. On a Monday. Shout out to Shane Shakur. I had a conversation with him earlier. There's a few things that we wanted to talk about, but we didn't want to lower our vibrational pitch by just talking about what everyone else is talking about, and everyone is talking about Colin Kaepernick and, you know. Anyway. Of course, y'all already know I will be, this Saturday, I will be with Dr. Wesley Muhammad. We're talking about the weaponization of black music. The weaponization of black music at Studio 112. That's 112 Hunt Street, Durham, North Carolina. $20 in advance and Mo at the door, $25 at the door. If you want to know how to pay in advance, you got to go to paypal.me/Professor Griff Corp. All right. That will be reflected on the flyers that you will see all this week. Hopefully, I'll be doing an interview with Dr. Wesley Muhammad this week, and we'll get all the info. All right. All right. If you would like to participate in the Alternative Black Studies course, not class, this is an entire course. All right. We're going to let them know what to submit. But I really appreciate that, Quan, being on top of things. All right. So we're going to mention that a little bit later on at the end of the broadcast. But it's an entire course. And it's laid out in about 3 months and a week. So you'll be able to move at your own pace. Kind of go on when you want to go on and kind of move at your own pace. Some people, it may take them 6 months. Some people, it may take them a month because they probably already know some of this stuff. But trust me, I put some things in there that's going to make you say, and take out the intellectual microscope and put it over the course and be like, okay, I see what Professor Griff is trying to do. I know you're hearing his hi-hat in the background. It don't sound like anything. All right, so while we wait for this thing to populate and we get all the information out of the way, December 8th, I'm going to be in Capitol Heights with Dr. Wesley Muhammad and Soleil. Soleil's going to be dealing with the healing vibration of sound. All right, the power and the healing vibration of sound. Me and Dr. Wesley Muhammad are going to revamp this weaponization of black music, and we might do a focus on hip hop and a focus on music that you subliminally hear in movies and that kind of thing. So it's a wide range of things we're going to deal with. All right. All right. Janet Sneaks, peace. We're just filling in and going over some current events and some events that are about to come up while this thing is populating. While I cook up this beat. There's a couple of movies that are coming out in 2020. I got the inside scoop on a couple that are coming out, so I'm formatting a kind of song with a texture for this movie. So what you're hearing in the background may not be for you, but it's on something different. Alright? Say It Loud Radio, what's good with you? Vernell Richardson, peace, what's good? Let's bring it. Let's go. Trying to make it work. Wait for this thing. Oh, okay. All right. All right. Give me 1 second, y'all. Hold up. Good now. All right, so I had something in mind I wanted to talk about, because I said to myself I was not going to talk about some of these current events that are presently in the news that's numbing everyone's brain and preventing us from actually collectively moving forward in and progressing in our thinking. If we keep regurgitating some of the same things that are in the news spin cycle, it becomes a very serious problem. You're on an intellectual treadmill. You're on an intellectual treadmill. Not to mention the spiritual decay. All right? All right? Okay. This intellectual treadmill. Not to mention the spiritual decay. Now, this is we're doing this to ourselves. Right now, if you was to click off of here and you go to the top 10 YouTube channels, let's just ask a question. What are they talking about? Peace to the God. Christmas good with you. All right. What are they talking about? We cannot involve ourselves in this same old repetitive, all right, non-progressive. Exactly, Alex Little. We have to hold ourselves accountable for what we watch and entertain ourselves with. Because if you keep this thing on a constant repeat, then you become it. You become the filth, the negativity. And I'm just saying this, and I'm not throwing no stones at anybody. If you're the kind of individual that come on your channel or someone else's channel and you participate, and you're keeping track of who's talking the most negative about who, regurgitating the same old thing, by the time you finish cursing each other out, at the end of the day, there's no one left to even participate in the very same thing that you're arguing about. Not good, man. Not good. You know, I think the Creator causes these things to a degree to happen, to pull whatever is inside of people. I mean, the real thing that's inside of people. Sometimes you end up in situations, be they good or bad, and it pulls the very thing that's laying deep down in the core of you. It pulls it out in the open where the whole world can see it. Hold on. Hold on. Janice Meeks says, I don't watch too many YouTube channels. It's very, 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 very unhealthy. You're right, Say It Loud Radio. It's unhealthy, spiritually, mentally. You're right, Cat Boogie. It's a distraction. So that's why I entitled this, like, what's going on? I mean, we seem like we digressing and regressing back on what we claim that we're supposed to be doing. If we decided to step up and step out and go on the front lines and join the fight for our people's freedom and liberation, what the hell are we doing arguing with one another in the face of our open enemy? That just doesn't make sense to me. Haven't we had too many examples of this venomous vitriol? It's like, I'm sure all of us have had our share of having to check somebody and deal with somebody online. I mean, but week after week after week, situation after situation, and if you look at the individuals involved, it's always the same people. It's almost like, well, who are you going to argue with next? It's like, come on. Come on. Come on, man. We have to be able to, and trust me, some of y'all that are on here, y'all, I see y'all on there. And what y'all have to say to yourself, like, why am I on here? And if I'm on here, am I the one help bringing the peace? Am I the help? Am I the one putting the comments up saying, yo, you know something? We should really stop this, man, because it's getting really personal. It's getting really ugly. And you know what it almost sounds like? It almost sounds like what the government did with the Black Panther Party by pitting members of the Panther Party against one another to the point where the government was locking them all up. We have to study our history, man, because if we don't, we're doomed to repeat it. So the question now is, why are we repeating it? And we already know better. All right. I want to see the black man win and the black family structure resurrected. This is what I was going to ask, because I'm sitting down. Hold on, let me turn this music down. I'm sitting down at a cafe, and I'm hearing people within earshot of me discussing the stupidity and the ignorance, thanks Cat Boogie, and the chiseling away at the very fiber of the thing that's supposed to be pulling us together. You almost have to think in your mind, who are these people working for? And I'm not always saying that the individuals are working for a government agency, but they could be working without knowing it, working for the destruction of their own people subconsciously. And I'm truly trying to figure it out. It's like everyone that I could reach, I'm telling them, no, do not get caught up in that, man. Don't participate in it. And all of this is to call us. I'm confused. I really am. Different fractions are arguing about a point that you still have to come together to petition the government to sit down and elect or select or decide who is going to go into the back room with this government to discuss land rights and monies and education and to repair us as a people. But we're going to trust you? No, we're not. No. We need someone dignified, articulate, courageous, and that love us to go discuss those things for us. That's all I'm saying. I'm not calling no names. I'm not taking no shots at anyone. I'm just saying what you're revealing, what we're seeing is the thing that I think the Creator is bringing out of you so we can really see it, so we can say, yeah, that's the person we want to speak for us, or no, they can't speak for us. My question is tonight is what's going on? All right. Second question is, why do we have so much hatred for one another? If we in a car or on a bus, and it's 50 of us on the bus, and we get a flat, we got to get everybody off the bus, and we got to get the flat tire repaired. So we're going to stand out there and look at the tire and argue about how the tire should be fixed. I'm saying to y'all, brothers and sisters, I'm saying to y'all Sirius Mindz family, and I'm saying to y'all family in general and as a whole, there's just some things that we got to press the pause button on and discuss on the other side. I'm sorry, man. When are we going to get to the point where emotionally we're mature? When are we going to get to the point where we emotionally mature and wake up and grow up emotionally? You cannot go into a discussion but because the person, you lay out 5 things and the person only agrees with 2 of them, you cannot disrupt the meeting by arguing with that individual because they don't see your other 3 points. GL, if it's been ingrained in our psyche, how can we get it to the point where we reverse that? So I'm sitting at the cafe, and let me show y'all what I was doing. So I'm supposed to be waiting on this gentleman to have a meeting. So what I did was I just said to myself, well, let me work on and finish completing the course outline for the Alternative Black Studies course, right? I got you in mind. At the same time, I'm hearing these people in earshot, and I'm just saying to myself, wow. If we did more work in the community instead of online, I think we would be better off. What do y'all think? If we took all that energy we spend cursing one another out, talking about each other personally, arguing about maybe 1 or 2 little points and whatever, I think we'd make a whole lot of progress, man. All right, so what I was doing, I was sitting down because I needed, sometimes you have to work out the house in order to get, be in a different environment. So I said, well, let me go out and let me kind of be among the people. And this is the science that Elijah Muhammad said that the 24 scientists did. They went among the people and they read the thinking of the people using a high science. I'm not saying to y'all I have that high science. I'm just saying I wanted to get out among the people, to feel the people's energy, to see how people are moving. All right? Okay. You're right, Cat Boogie. Sometimes, you're right. All right, so let me show you what I was doing. So I started out with just some notes, and I ended up writing out, because of the spirit of wanting to see our people, of wanting to see our people move forward, of just wanting to see our people move forward. It's like, what do I need to put in this course? So at the foundation of who and what we are as a people, and especially as individuals that make up, all right, and what makes up the mindset of the people, we have to have something inside of this course that uproots the self-hatred. So I wanted to put in there the psychology of self-hate so we can understand what happened to us. All right. So I had to go and dive into Dr. Amos Wilson's work. And I said to myself, is this going to be just too much and too deep for people? I just said to myself, no, I got to make people reach. Some of us, I study martial arts and I study boxing. Some of us don't know our full potential until we get up, breathe deeply, drink water, stretch, and push ourselves to our peak and our threshold. And at the threshold, that's when you go another 2 rounds. That's when you go another 3 rounds. When you're most tired. And this is what pushes you and gives you drive. So if you're working out and training for a 10-round bout, you normally go 15 rounds. So, okay. So now, so keep that in mind. And what I was doing was, I was just going over 6, 7 modules, and I was trying to fit 7 modules into 3 weeks and 3 months and 1 week. Okay. And these are all my notes. Wait a minute. That's just that side of the page. These are the rest of my notes. Okay. That's just 1 page. Then, week 4, 5, 6, and 7. Right? Then on back. And I wrote all of this today. I said to myself, I don't know what and you'll help me out. Can somebody look this up? What scholar said, it's a female, I think it's Ida B. Wells. She said, I wish I could just grab and hug all my people and fly away. It's like, what is wrong with us, man? Tito Saunders, that's I understand that, because sometimes that was my issue, but with meditation and learning how to forgive the self, sometimes you got to get those lessons later on. Are the people that are responsible for moving the consciousness along, are they preoccupied with self-aggrandizement? Help me out. Who are these people to determine who gets reparations? Somebody elected them, selected them? Who are these people that determine? Like, for example, I had a conversation with a brother and a sister, and they said, according to what these people are arguing about, Griff, you don't fit. You won't get no reparations. My dad is a Blackfoot Native American, and my mom, country girl from West Virginia. My dad is a dark, like jet black. The color of this black, with straight hair. Looked like he could have easily been from some island somewhere, or easily been from India. He could have easily been from some parts of Africa. I won't get the money. I won't get the check. I don't fit in. According to what they're saying, I don't. Nah, I won't. And then, like, what's the rules? I'm confused. But even in my confusion, there's no reason to argue. I just want to ask the question so I can get an answer to see whether or not I need to get the ticket and get in line. Is there anything wrong with that? Dion. It's Dion Carnes. All of us are from, see, if I say Africa, then somebody gonna jump down my throat. Hold on. But I put that. Wait. All right, press the pause button. Somebody remind me of that. Hold on. Let me say this. Hold on. I keep thinking about what else I need to put in that song, but let me stop it. And sometimes it tickles because we're so much more than this, man. We are. Okay. First of all, I want to give thanks to everyone that supported the platform since day one and the new people that are coming on. We're all part of the family. All right. I've tried numerous things to get us to the point where we're raising the vibrational pitch. So if y'all see me start one thing and I ask people to come aboard and let's make it happen, most times people don't. So I got to abandon it because I can't keep letting. I'm one person. Quan is one individual. Alex is one individual. Shane is one individual. Cat Boogie is one individual. All right. If what we put in place, the people don't support it, we have to move on to something else. Robbie Blue, peace, what's good with you, man? Now, I am putting together a course, and the course is going to be from January 6th all the way, I believe, to April 6th. You can take the course at your own pace. You could do it all in 5 days, or you could spread it out in 3 months. It is up to you. I don't know your level of intellect, so I don't know how much time you have. But 7 modules. There's a list of words you have to define. There's a list of questions you have to answer. And you have to do some online participation every single week. And then once a month, I'm going to bring on, all right, a scholar, a lecturer, an elder among us to answer the questions that you submit online. All right? Okay. We're going to make it interactive, and I'm going to try my best and do my best to make sure each individual is growing up in this. So at the end of the 7 modules, all right, you'll be able to answer some very fundamental questions. But with that, there are keys that I'm giving to you so that you will know and understand by going through this course. You still have to maintain a sense of self, a sense of maturity, a sense of having integrity. All right. And we must treat this as though it's sacred. All right. All right. So Quan, what they can do if they want to participate in the course, what they could start doing is they could just email me and let me know their participation, that they want to participate. SiriousMindsinfo@gmail.com. All right. I don't want them to submit any monies yet. All right. The platform that I'm using, I've looked into it several times. I want to be able to make sure it's sound to the point where I want to be able to load clips, have people go on, get in and out of it with ease, and navigate through it with ease. All right. At your own pace. No more of this having the class on Wednesday at 7 o'clock and then nobody show up. All right. Move at your own pace. All right. So is it possible? Just for this talk today. Open the phone line. The black Zionists. Open the phone line. We don't even have a goddamn phone line. Not to discuss that. No, we're not doing that, bro. Nah, black Zionists. No, yeah. I don't want to discuss that. Yeah, I don't even know what you're talking about, bro. No. Anyway, all right, so look, let me go over just one module to give you an idea how this thing is going to work, because now maybe I am trying to lay at the base of it our tradition. Nah, no problem, Black Zionists. You good, bro. I want to stay focused, though. Our traditional scholars that have fought, bled, and died, now ancestors, We can't exclude them. Like some people are trying to bring us together so we can get reparations, but excluding a certain portion of us. We can't do that. So I'm saying, let me go over one module. You can get to understand what the other 6 are like. Is that cool with everyone? Okay. Is that cool with everyone? I'm going to wait for y'all's thumbs up, black power fist, something. Okay, thank you. Week 1, of course, will be an introduction. All right? So we can discuss and lay a base so we can understand what is know thyself. Coming from the basis of what our ancestors and elders that are still walking among us have laid out. It's an alternative black studies course. First, we're going to discuss from a metaphysical point of view and point of reference, Am-Noors, black. Am-Noor, black. We're going to discuss the God gene. Then we're going to discuss the science of melanin. Then we're going to dive into blackout through whitewash. Then we're going to go back into the Kabbalion and in order to create a meiotic balance. And then we're going to peruse and go over Baruti's work that I'm reading right now called entitled to Educated People. And then we're gonna try to dive into this idea of why we are miseducated, dealing with the miseducation of the Negro. Then we're gonna talk about fact, fiction, myth about the Negro, and we're gonna talk about black first. That with that as a foundation, now we're talking week 1, module 1. As a key, we're going to discuss the spiritual, mental, and physical aspects of all of these modules, the past, present, and future, and we're going to discuss actual facts when we discuss and come together for our verbal argument. All right? Hold on one second. Wanique Shabazz, I'm right in the middle of my show. Can I call you back after my show is over? Yeah, call me back. Yes, sir. Give thanks, good brother. Peace. All right. So, actual facts. We're not going to have a discussion without presenting actual facts. All right? We're going to stand in the present. We're going to go back and fetch it in order to move forward. All right? We're going to present actual facts. We're going to present documented proof. And as we say today, in a modern day context, we're going to have receipts for everything that we say. No speculating, no guessing, no. We're going to pull from, in module 1, we're going to ask the question, what's your purpose and what's your assignment? All right? We're going to establish and ask a very fundamental and basic set of questions in which I'm going to lay out in a minute. But we're going to pull from Professor Jeffrey's work, Dr. Leonard Jeffries. We're going to pull from Rosalind Jeffrey's work. We're going to pull from Baruti's work, Iwalimu Kebomani Baruti. We're going to pull from T. Owen's work. All right? Hold on. We're going to define certain terms. 10 terms that we're going to define in module 1. We're going to define God, Creator. We're going to define ancestors. We're going to define black. And we're going to define it in 7 different languages. We're going to define melanin. We're going to define spirit. We're going to know and understand and define thought. All right? We're going to define this concept of know thyself. We're going to define education. All right? We're going to define 3 terms that we use every single day. Nigger, African, and American. We're going to ask the question, who are you? We're going to ask the question, who is God? What is melanin? Who are your ancestors? And what's your relationship to them? All right? What is the ancestral realm? All right? What is beyond the coming of the Caucasian? Who were we? Did we always have to murder and kill something in order to survive? All right? What is the relationship with God, man, and spirit? All of these things we have to answer in module 1 in order for us to move on to module 2. So I'm just saying, I hope that's not so deep where it turns people off. Yeah, you're going to have to seriously study. You're not going to have time to be online arguing with someone. Right now, most of us are bored with our goddamn selves. And we haven't made progress. We still using the same quotes that we quoted 3 years ago and haven't learned a new one yet. And then even when we quote other people, we haven't taken the quote to make the quote applicable not only to our lives, but to people's lives that we're responsible for. Peace, Shawnee Black. What's good with you? How you gonna have an argument with someone about the very essence of who we are as a people, and just a minute ago we saw you on YouTube cursing out one of our ancestors? Nah. Cat Boogie, what's good with you? You all right? Cat Boogie, we're gonna move away from saying hi. We have 1,000 different languages that we are accustomed to speaking. All right? We're going to try to move away from using English terms, and we're going to start getting into the indigenous names, all right, and the language of our people, so that we can better relate to some of the things that we're talking about. I see a lot of people that greet me in the morning, they say Grand Rising. It took me a minute to wrap my brain around that, because I had to understand first, why don't we say good morning? If it's a good morning and we just coming up from mourning the whole night, yeah, that's not good. No. Oh, give thanks, Shawnee Black. I'm not going to go over the rest of the modules. It's too. I'm going to save that for the introduction for the class. But that's just module 1. All right. I've been meditating and really in deep thought and asking some of the elders, what should I, and some of the people that, just that I talk to every day, what should the price be? How long should it be? Yeah. Yeah, so I have over 24 different ancestors and scholars and elders that we're going to pull from. I have a DVD list, a YouTube list for clips, book lists, and some articles. I have over 55 questions that need to be answered before this course is over. Now the question is, will you step up to the plate and take on the challenge? Now keep in mind, it's from January 6th to April 6th. You could take longer in doing it. That's up to you. But in around April, I gotta start the course over again. All right, and probably add a few things. But I'm just saying to you, yeah, you should be able to do it in 3 months. That's 90 days. All right. Now let me ask a question. And some of y'all that have pledged, some of y'all that have taken the oath, or a oath, not the oath, but an oath, maybe y'all can help me out. How long did it take you to cross over? That may be personal to some people, but I'm just asking, how long? Maybe y'all need some music in the background for that. I don't know. No, Deion Carnes, no. You're tuning in late. We're talking about what's going on. We're talking about making use of our time in such a way where we're putting building blocks in place as individuals and collectively as one people. That's one of the reasons why a lot of people on the planet, on the globe, all right, don't respect us, is because we can't even come together, all right? We can't even come together as a people in order to see eye to eye on something that's going to benefit us all. All right? So I'm saying, oh, give thanks, Thor. I just started that like 15 minutes before I came on. Yeah. I'm just trying to work my way through it. I'm not. Hold on. Anyway, so I think that we're trying to discuss without stepping on anyone's toes or insulting anyone. Truly, when you take a step back and you assess what's going on, the people that are left with the duty and responsibility to move our consciousness forward and raise the vibrational pitch of it are the ones we see arguing online and ready to kill one another. Am I saying that we're always going to get along? No. But I am saying there's a way to disagree. I don't believe, or I don't go along with everything that some of y'all say on here. We're not gonna get into no knockdown, drag out argument where I'm cursing your mama out. Man, no. Yeah, we need some emotional maturity, man. We have to, yeah, you're right. We got to find out, how can I disagree with you without destroying you? I mean, there's things that go on in the household where we disagree with one another. I mean, hell, I disagree with the cat pissing on one of my damn books. I ain't gonna go kill the cat. Eric, Yelverton, I don't know about that concept. You got to explain that one to me. Please do. Eric, I'm open for discussion right now. Agree to disagree. Please help me. Agree to disagree. Help me out. No, this is just right now for the next 5 minutes. This is just for Professor Griff. Of course, we're gonna go over the hour mark because I see it's been 50 minutes already. Just help me out, please. I'm just asking y'all. Help me out. Agree to disagree. That concept, it gives me a headache sometimes when I try to figure out what that is. Please help me out, y'all. I'm waiting, Eric. Help me out. Agree to disagree. How do you do that? Because my question then becomes, Eric, when do you agree? For example, when I was growing up, they had this Back to Africa movement. Hold on, let me read that. It means I don't agree with you, so we can agree to disagree with one another without disrespecting each other. So the question, Quan, is when do you agree to move forward? The thing is, we have to move forward. How do we move forward with that concept? Two people driving in a car, flat tire. You get out, both of y'all are standing there, and you agree to disagree about how the tire is going to get fixed. Who's going to fix the tire? To move everyone forward. Need to know, I agree with you. Agree to disagree sometimes is a cop-out and a way of showing that the person saying it has shut down understanding and dialogue. Can I give you another example? Eric, I know what you're saying. You're saying you might be right, but what? I don't know about that, Quan. I got to disagree with that. There's some things that we're going to be faced with that we can't walk away. I'm in a marriage. Sometimes we disagree, but we can't walk away. We got a family to raise and a household to maintain. You can't walk away. It's easy to say that when your ass is single or you just dating. It's like, yeah, all right. Be like, yo, I don't agree with that shit. Be like, later. You can't do that in no marriage. Shit. Help me out. Hold on, I'm going back. The example about the tire. Either one gonna fix the tire or the other one's gonna fix it. Or somebody gotta say, okay, listen, I tell you what. Why don't we just integrate both of our ideas on how the tire is gonna get fixed? Let's both do it together. Black Zionist, what are you talking about, man? I'm trying to figure you out. You off code, bro. You off subject. We're not talking about that. I think it's a term that is used and that sounds like it makes sense, but it does not solve the situation. Thank you very much, GL. Whoever you are, thank you. It doesn't solve critical Black African issues and situations. Agreeing to disagree does not solve anything. This is why in most cases in the household, wife Christian, dad RBG, Muslim, Hebrew or something, and they at war. One got the pyramid text, the other one got the Bible. One got the Quran, one got, one eating pork, one don't. One fasting and praying, the other one hanging out at the strip club. Come on, man. Alex Little, thanks for the buck, man. I really appreciate you for the pound. No, we have to do critical thinking to the point where we take those kind of phrases out of our lexicon, out of our dialogue. We have to switch and turn into solution, turn our thinking into what I put on in module number 7. How do we heal thyself? And then what is our agenda moving forward? All of this in module, pardon me, this is in module 6, dealing with solution think. Then module 7, I want a sound argument. Not in the way that black people understand arguing. No. When you present something, you have to argue your point. And you have to make sense. All right? Agree to disagree. We'll never always agree on everything. We're not trying to agree on everything, Shiny Black. We're just talking about some very key things. Like, for example, in the home with the 2-year-old, do you get the child vaccinated? Or what if one parent agree and one parent don't? You agree to disagree and the child stays sick or gets sick or dies or whatever? Come on, y'all. See, this is what I mean. Critical thinking. Let's shift into solution think. Stop using the cop-out. Well, we just got to agree to disagree, man. I know sometimes when I used to say that, in the back of my mind, shit, I was done. I don't want to hear no more. We have to have something tangible to hold on to. Agreeing to disagree simply says, if you don't do it my way, it ain't going to get done and we ain't doing it. The other one is person saying, well, if you don't do it my way, well, the hell with you. Both of them are saying, like two fools, okay, we just got to agree just to disagree on that point. So that point never gets addressed anymore, and that be the thing that shuts everything down at the end of the day. Come on, man. No. No. Thank you. Making a hard decision whose viewpoint will better serve our people. This is, thank you, Shawnee Black. This is not about individuals. What point of view or what position best serves our people? All right. In some cases, Mr. Pruitt Muhammad, finding the common ground. Yeah, Eric, I knew ahead of time. I'm the host of a show. I'm pulling things out of us. That's part of what I have to do. Come on, bro. I got you. But Eric, see, this is what I mean, Eric. Anytime we challenge one another, we always think that person don't like me. Or he wants to argue. That's not the case here. I'm a host of a show. It's called Sirius Mindz. All right? I'm trying to get us to think deeper. Feel deeper. All right? It's not about a right or wrong. What best serves our people? Sometimes we got to move beyond ourselves and get out of our own way. Juries, along with a judge presiding over a particular case, have to deliberate, have to argue, have to go into the chambers, have to go into the back room to discuss this, because 12 jurors have to determine whether this person is innocent or guilty, and they back there arguing, and sometimes it takes weeks. Sometimes they get a deadlock and they can't even make a decision on, on whether the person is innocent or guilty. That jury cannot agree to disagree, else the person might go free or it might be a mistrial. Am I right or wrong? You have to come to a decision. I think the agree to disagree tactic is reserved for two men who are nearing violent confrontation deriving from a disagreement. In that case, it wouldn't be a tactic. It would probably be a resolve. Most cases it's a bigger issue. And what I started to do early on when I found myself in those particular discussions where we're saying let's agree to disagree is I take myself out of it. No, I'm never going to agree to disagree. No. I'm just not. No. Now, I'll agree. Let's press the pause button and get back to that when we get a better understanding and a deeper understanding. But I'm not going to agree to disagree. Nah, I'm just not going to do that. All right. So my point tonight is asking the question, what's going on? What's going on? Some of y'all have participated and have joined the choir in disrespecting our people. By following some of these people on YouTube, you hear them, it sounds good, it tickles your ear, and then you go and you repeat it. And you rah for one side, not knowing that our open enemy could be behind the whole entire thing. The Christians say, what would Jesus do? Other groups say, well, we got to listen to the leaders, whatever the leader says. Other groups like, I ain't dealing with that at all. There's another group that says, well, we ain't black, so we ain't asking for nobody for no damn reparations. So do not get in the habit of agreeing to disagree, is my point. No. Let's press the pause button. And we'll revisit it when we have clearer heads. I'm not going to agree to disagree on it. I'm putting together an alternative black studies course. Hopefully this will serve as a foundation or reinforce or revigorate some people. All right? Okay. What we have to do is me and Quan are going to discuss probably tomorrow how we can do a small fundraiser to get the alternative material that we need to incorporate and get permission to videotape the elders that are still walking among us and get the necessary material that we need. For example, can I give you all an example? Hold on for a second, let me get it. Y'all see I'm hard at work. This right here. Let me get two books. These two right here. All right. All right. So, for example, I got to end this. So, this is my last point. The Warrior's Method. Dr. Ray Winbush. I saw Ray Winbush a couple of months ago. A Parent's Guide to Rearing Healthy Black Boys. I have to make this part of the curriculum. All right? What I want to do is contact Ray and say, Ray, I'm using your book in my my alternative Black Studies course. Is that cool? Okay. He grant me the okay. I point y'all, whoever's going to take the course, to Ray, so Ray could benefit from the sales of the book. I'm not benefiting from it. The way I'm benefiting, I'm using Ray's material in the course. Dr. Ray Winbush will benefit financially to y'all purchasing the book if you want to purchase the book. But if we're going to correct the situation with our young people, then we have to at least go to the doctors and those of us that have studied the situation. All right? Now, this is Ray Winbush. Ray Winbush is alive and well. All right? We can easily get the money to Ray. Okay? Hold on. The Reawakening of the African Mind. Asa G. Hilliard III. If you know anything about Asa Hilliard, and some of y'all probably don't, Asa Hilliard passed away in Africa. And I believe, I'm not going to go into the whole deep science, but I believe it was Barack Obama that brought Asa Hilliard's body back. We'll talk about that some other time. Yeah. Forward by Dr. Wade Nobles. In order for us to use this book, I want to ask permission from our elders to use this material because we don't want to use it incorrectly. But I want to point y'all back to this so the foundation that's responsible for this man's body of work and his legacy can benefit financially. Not Griff. I'm benefiting by using it in the course. One living, but the physical is passed on. All right? This is what we have to do, man. We have to do this. Plain and simple. There are scholars walking among us, doctors walking among us that have the solution. We don't need to sit around talking about I'm agree or disagree. We already have the answers. Our ancestors and our elders have had the same conversation before. We don't have to agree to disagree. Here I am, bedroom looking junky as hell because I'm having to leave the damn house half the day because I'm thinking about y'all on how to put this curriculum together. And I got all of this laid out on my floor at the end of my bed. You understand what I'm saying? Junky clothes and all. I'm just saying, come on, man. Hold on. Why can't I? Why can't I contact this brother? All right. Infodishi. Spiritual warriors are healers. This is one of the books I've had for a while. As you can see, it's burned because it survived my house fire. All right. Some of the pages are burned, but hell, I still can get the information. Come on, man. Why? We have to see, the scholars and the healers are among us. All right? But I got to be able to say to y'all, okay, we got to support this brother's work, man. This is one of the books I use to take my son through his rites of passage. All of these books and all this information will be in the curriculum. In the course, pardon me. All right? We got to go to the root, man, of some of these issues that we have as a people, man, so we can get beyond them. We can't just keep having the discussion, well, I agree, I just agree, I don't really agree with you, but I'm just going to agree to disagree with you. No. Because we can go to the root of what the problem is, and more than likely, sometimes, most cases, the goddamn problem is the English language. So yeah. But here I am, toiling over what information to put together. I didn't want to use the traditional books. Y'all have those already and y'all still don't study. We still having issues. So I said to myself, we need an alternative. All right. We need a contemporary. We need contemporary writers, contemporary mindset, contemporary thought based on what our ancestors left us. And we need to build on that. But first, we got to put some basic things in place. If I said to you, and this is my last point, promise. If I said to you that I love you more than the English language will allow me to express, how else can I demonstrate to you that I love you? Certain things that we do behind what we say strengthens and fortifies that love. So when I say it and come behind it with an action, then you know, Megan, way beyond giving flowers and hearts, way beyond giving candies on birthday and trips, and way beyond that stuff, man. Lady M, I don't know who you are, but you don't know who we give credit to. When you say why nobody, well, that nobody must include you, because we never heard you give credit. So when you mean nobody, how do you know? I don't understand it when people say, why don't nobody say this and that? Well, there are people that say, they say it in my circle that I operate in. Oh yeah, we're going to dive into Foucault's book, African Cosmology. I just got to be able to have people help and just move people in degrees. I can't just say, yo, here's Foucault, African Cosmology, and we're going to, drop a deeper science, man, a seed within a seed within a seed within the greater seed within the seed that encompasses the seed, and it's a universe within the universe. And Dr. Delbert Blair said there's two suns, and then the earth is flat, and blah, 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 and whatever. And then you lose everybody in the first goddamn month. Because they say Professor Griff is crazy as hell. I don't know what the hell he's talking about. No, you don't feed babies meat. You have babies drink milk, figuratively speaking, not literally. Breast milk. And then you wean them away off the breast, and then you start giving them solid foods. You understand what I'm saying? You can't drop a whole bunch of science on people. You ever see these people walking around here crazy as hell? When you have a conversation with them, they don't even know what the hell they're talking about. So come on, y'all. Anyway. Okay, Lady M, if you want to understand it, what we first have to do, we have to learn how to humble ourselves. And there's a way that we have to ask. And then, Lady M, there's a way you receive. I know people, and it happens to me every day, that will ask me a question and won't be quiet enough to let me answer. I say, okay, well, you asked me, I'm trying to answer. One of y'all are on here right now. The brother was talking so much, I said, I don't even know what to say. You won't even let me talk. TDKA Kilimanjaro. I don't even know what that is, Black Power 7. My phone number is 678-557-2919. Text it to me. And I'm glad you're saying that, because this is alternative. I'm not just in my room toiling over this, stacking fucking books up. It's like, I'm not trying to impress anybody. Shit. I'm doing what I'm called to do on this planet, in this physical realm, while I'm here. I'm not my body. I'm in my body, right? So I'm taking advantage of the fact that I'm on the planet doing what I'm supposed to do. This is what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to sit for 3 or 4 hours in a coffee shop doing this for us. All right? All of the people that have written all of them books that I have on my floor, how long did they toil over that, thinking about us, trying to help find us a way out of this? Anyway, so tonight I'm gonna email Quan the information about the fundraiser. I'm thinking collectively, if there's 20,000 people following me on the Sirius Mindz platform, it's easy to raise $1,000. Am I right or wrong? Without y'all nickel and diming me. What I mean by that is, somebody might give $10 and raise hell. Somebody might give $100 and don't say anything because they trust that Professor Griff has some damn integrity, and I'm going to use the money and we're going to move on. All right, please call your mom, Shawnee Black. Tell her we said peace. See, that homeschool life, see, you understand. I understand too. I know. That's why there's 2,000 books in this house. Because we understand education. We understand the importance of knowledge. Some people got shiny cars in the driveway, a closet full of clothes, and also other stuff. And frozen fucking food in the refrigerator instead of... Anyway, we'll talk about that some other time. But our priorities are jacked up. So I got to pull together honoring the ancestors. All right? And the way to honor them. We need to know how. Chika Okoye, I got to pull together the Iwa, the warrior's character. Inwali Mukeba Mani Baruti. I got to pull together Dr. Winbush's book. All right, The Warrior Method. I got to incorporate my book, The Warrior's Tapestry. These warrior books are written by warriors. So come on, man. Anyway, I've been talking long enough. I love y'all to life. We're going to roll these things out tomorrow. I hope you donate to the fundraiser so we can put these things together and move this thing. I can't stay homeschool life serious. I got to go, man. I understand, Eric. I'm trying to. So, yeah. I'm just doing my part. I'm putting it together so we can advance ourselves. All right? As you all know, when I had Enemy Minds, I was putting together a homeschool curriculum for women, mothers who wanted to homeschool. I had to, I had to abandon that. That takes a team of people. My cash app is $ Professor Griff, but we're going to roll it out tomorrow. All right? With what the fundraiser look like. Just so y'all know, some of the main things that need to happen, we need to get the material, and I need to go wherever these elders are to interview them so we can have those particular classes at the end of every module. For every 2 modules, pardon me. All right. I'm going to get this typed up, present it in such a way where it's digestible. I'm going to run it by the elders. I'm going to run it by some other brothers and sisters. I'm going to get the permission, and I'm going to get the PayPal and the the PayPal addresses and the information from these brothers and sisters' books and material that I'm using so we can support them. All right? They wrote the books for us. All right? Brothers like Supreme Understanding, Black Dot, and other people. I'm going to call the Marcus Kleins who've been running an independent school for years. I'm going to talk to the Barutis, Ini Baruti. All right? Inwali Mukeba Mani Baruti. I'm going to talk to those people that run, those elders that run schools. to make sure the curriculum course is tight. It's Professor Griff. I love y'all to life, man. Of course, y'all know my phone number is 678-557-2919. My PayPal is www.paypal.me/Professor Griff Corp. Email address is seriousmindsinfo@gmail.com. And of course, my website is www.professorgriff.me. All right. The divinity in me salutes the divinity in all of us, in you. All right. Like minds, like mine. All right. Serious minds attract. Serious minds, seriously. All right. I love y'all to life, man. It's Professor Griff. All right. Peace. Ashe. Ashe. Asheo. Peace. Namaste to you also. Peace.